Draws land, creates 2/1/1s. Oh my god, we got Trostani. Woof. 2 more 2/2s, please. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game, the best Magic the Gathering arena channel for beginners and free-to-play individuals alike. Today I'm playing Abzan Mutate, which can be reverse engineered into a free-to-play version, and we do have a ton of free-to-play Mutate decks available. Check out our free-to-play beginner's handbook for all of that information. There's a list of like 15 free-to-play decks that all consist of 0 rares and 0 mythics for you guys, along with upgrade guides for each of those decks. So really cool stuff. Enough of that though. Let's get into our deck list today. We're going to break down the deck list, talk about our strategy, and then get into our gameplay footage, and then close off with our final thoughts. The deck is a lot like all of the other Mutate shells right now, consisting of 4 Arboreal Grazers, a 0/3 with reach. When a Boreal Grazer enters the battlefield, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. That's a great ramp engine, and then a Boreal Grazer can be mutated later on to become a viable creature. We have 4 copies of Paradise Druid, our first 2-drop. A 2/1, Paradise Druid has hexproof as long as it's untapped. We can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. 2 copies of Season of Growth, an enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, draw a card. We have 4 copies of Cubwarden. This is a 3/5, our first 4-drop with Lifelink. Mutate cost is also 4, so pretty expensive there, but the value this gives is incredible. Whenever this creature mutates, create 2 1/1 white cat creature tokens with Lifelink. 3 copies of King Caesar, Ancient Guardian, aka Huntmaster Liger. This is a 3/4, mutate cost of 3. And then whenever this creature mutates, other creatures you control get +X until end of turn, where X is the number of times that this creature has mutated. 4 copies of Batra Dark Destroyer, also known as Dirge Bat, a 3/3 with flash and flying, mutate for 6, very expensive, but whenever this creature mutates, destroy target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. So this is all the removal you've ever wanted in your life. It would be cool if it exiled them instead. That would be awesome. We have 3 copies of Gemraiser, also Angrus Armored Killer, a 4/4 with reach and trample, mutate, casting cost of 3, which is nice. And whenever this creature mutates, destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. This is amazing. This hits fires, this hits Wilderness Wreck, this hits Elspeth Conquers Death, this hits any enchantment creature, right? So very high value within Gemraiser in the current meta. Migratory Greathorn, this is what we're talking about. Ramping. Playing more than 1 land every turn is how you win games, let's be honest. A 3/4, mutate for 3. Whenever this creature mutates, search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. This is an amazing card to put on your Gemraiser, making him a 3/4 with reach. Goodbye flying decks. I feel bad for Azor's Flyers right now, in all honesty. Moving on though. For our 5-drops, we have 4 copies of Auspicious Starrix, a 6/6. Mutate is at 6. Whenever this creature mutates, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile X permanent cards, where X is the number of times that this creature has mutated. Put those permanent cards onto the battlefield. Ooh, right? We all know this card. It's in every single Mutate deck, and it needs to be in every single Mutate deck. We have 2 copies of Trostani Discordant, a 1/4. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. When Trostani Discordant enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 white creature tokens with Lifelink, and at the beginning of your end step, each player gains control of all creatures they own. This is just a nice way to counteract any agent play if we see it. We also have 2 copies of Andrae's Forerunners, and 8 costs, 7/7 Vigilance, Trample, Haste. When it enters the battlefield, other creatures you control get +2/+2, gain Vigilance and Trample until the end of turn. So that's really incredible as well. These spells are accompanied by 2 Plains, 2 Swamp, 5 Forest, 4 Godless Shrines, 4 Overgrown Tombs, and 4 Temple Gardens. We also have our 4 Indatha Triomes, which are really a must-have. This is where your rares as a free-to-play or beginner. If you have rare wildcards, you need to be buying these triomes. They're going to make all of these other decks viable, so you're not just stuck playing one deck, and it's going to make the consistency that much more, so you're not relying on certain land drops and missing land drops. It's just going to make the whole experience that much friendlier. With that being said, you guys, let's talk about some of the strategy, interactions, and synergies within Abzan Mutate. We are talking about our Triome right now, so let's bring that up. The Triome always comes in tapped, so this is really great to play with our Arboreal Grazer, right? We pay life for a forest or a green source of mana, or we just play our forest if we're lucky, play our Grazer, and now we put our Triome in, so we're not punished for having it in our deck and having it come in tapped, because normally having something that comes in tapped is kind of a bummer. Let's be honest, we don't want that. We want to be hitting that curve always, staying right on it. With that being said, we do have a nice draw engine in the deck, Season of Growth. Whenever you cast a creature for Mutate, it's going to trigger whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, draw a card. That's great. This is just an amazing draw engine. It works very, very good. And typically, we're running Umori in our Mutate decks, but we wanted to switch it up and include Season of Growth just because of the Scry effect, because whenever a creature enters the battlefield, we get to Scry, and we're making tokens with our Cubwarden, with our Trostani Discordant, so that means more than one creature is going to be coming into the battlefield each turn, or for that specific turn anyways, which means multiple Scries, right? So we can basically search through our deck very, very efficiently, especially with our Cubwarden mutating and making those cub creatures, right? So Season of Growth is a hidden gem within this deck. It's not a requirement, but if you do get into those longer matches where you don't just fold out your hand perfectly on your opponent, it's like, haha, turn 5 Starrix or turn 4 Starrix, and just laugh at your opponent. This is going to help you find those Starrixes for later on so you can eventually laugh at your opponent, right? I did mention Cubwarden. Whenever it mutates, create 2 1/1 cat tokens. These cat tokens can be buffed by first our Trostani, later on by our Endraiser for lethal, but most importantly, our King Caesar Ancient Guardian. Whenever this creature mutates, other creatures you control get +X until end of turn, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. We had a couple turns where we made 22 1/1s, which became 2/2s. So the amount of tokens you can make within this deck is no joke. Don't underestimate King Caesar. If you can turn those 2/2s into 5/5s and 6/6s, that's incredible. We could flirt with a Divine Visitation in this deck, but I think it's too jank. I don't think it's reliable enough. However, being able to play it right into the field with Auspicious Starrix does make us kind of want to flirt with the idea more. But again, that's not what this deck is about. That could be a different jank deck that you just play in the regular play queue. I think I've covered most of the synergy that's new to this Mutate deck that you might not have seen before. Obviously, we want to play all of our Mutate creatures onto our Paradise Druid, which has hexproof, so people can't target her. The only thing that she can fall victim to once she's mutated above 3 defense is a Shatter the Sky, or things like a Realm Cloaked Giant, right? Things that destroy everything that don't have a target effect. So destroy all is what we need to avoid. And there's not too many things in the game, right? I guess Shatter the Sky is really prevalent within the meta, but they only have 4 copies of that in their deck, and this version of Mutate really rebuilds quite quickly, especially if you can get a Cubwarden in your hand and just start going again. We did get hit with a couple shatters in today's videos. Some of them we came back and won, and others it just completely crippled us. So kind of take note of when to go full out aggro on your opponent, and then kind of when to hold back so you can restart your engine again, right? Because if your opponent has white, you might want to just withhold a little something back. With that all being said, you guys, you all know that Endraiser Forerunner comes out with our Starrix for that late game smash. Everybody gets buffed up and we just totally aggro in. I don't think you guys will have too much problem with this. If you get caught in a control match, Batra is nice to flash in at the end, and then you can mutate it right at the beginning of your turn. It also is great for removing their planeswalkers, right? So this deck has a little bit of everything. We literally only splashed black for our Batra, but it's just such a powerful card that it will set you apart from all of the other mutate decks. If they do not mutate onto their Paradise Druid and you pull your Batra, you're going to win. If they do mutate onto their Paradise Druid and you get to your Cubwarden, which has the ability to make those chump blockers, you're probably going to win because you have the life gain to offset if they do get you with an Endra's Forerunner. And it doesn't take many turns to create 1/1s and 2/2s with your Trostani that are going to be able to chump block the Forerunner and kill it, right? You only need 3 or 4 2/2s to kill the Forerunner. So you should be able to accomplish that, kind of nullifying its effectiveness. Again, the cycle decks, you have so much life gain that they just fizzle out on you. They burn themselves out, which is really nice. If you have any comments or concerns about this deck, be sure to reach out to me in Discord. Reach out to the whole community, in fact, because I assure you, 1,000 people helping you is much better than just me helping you. And we're all happy to do so, right? It's a really friendly community. So join, introduce yourself, check out all of the different competitions and giveaways. We have tournaments, free to enter, cash prizes, a whole bunch of great stuff for you guys, right? I'm live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST. I'd appreciate your company. And we have daily uploads on YouTube. Obviously, you're watching there. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you found any value throughout this video. And hit that bell icon, most importantly, so you're notified of all of our future uploads. With that all being said, let's bust into today's gameplay footage. This hand is trash. I mean, in any other meta, this might be a nice hand, but without ramp... Oh, and I kept it. That was supposed to be a mulligan. I blame my mouse for that normally, but I think that one's on me. It was not even a mouse error. I did come back from my Popeye break, though, so that might have something to do with it. Let's try to make the most of the situation. Is it Flash? Question mark? Okay, so this is going to be Jessicai's Cycle. Or is it Cycle? We don't have anything for 3. Popping down for 4. I mean, this is a pretty disgusting hand once we get there. Cubwarden is pretty nice. It avoids his Pyromancer's 3-hit damage. We are going to have to deal with Ominous Seas. It should be easy enough to chump block with our Cubs, though. So, rock and roll, right? Yeah. I mean, it sucks because we're going to be a turn off from the Starrix. And we're not mutating next turn anyways. Right? We don't mutate on turn 5. But what if we draw another land? Then I'll just be so sad. We have to go for it. I'm pretty sure we'll draw a land. I don't doubt it. It's not unlikely. We are sitting at 36% chance to draw land. And we have 2 draws to do so. All right. What I'd like even more is a mutate. Right? A 5-cost mutate. Negative. We do get our land, though, which will put our chump blockers in action for us. Which is nice, right? Obviously, we can't attack here, or he'll put it out as a blocker. So, if we can start mutating onto our Cubwarden, we're going to be okay. And we'll have plenty of chump blockers. And then, I think even enough to go wide. And get around these 8/8s. Let me turn down the tunage for a second. No blocks here. We're getting smashed. It was a big hit. That really set us back. But this should save us. Even without our Trostani Discordant or the 2 chump blockers. We survive! And by golly, you know I'm going in. A little bit of life gain, so it's really like he only did 2 damage. Not that bad, right? If we can avoid another Storm's Wrath this turn, we're laughing. That's going to be the key component here. And then we can get our Bloodthirsty Aerialist above 4, in which case she should survive the rest of the match. Okay, he's just all about that draw, man. I mean, there's no way we lose to a single Ominous Seas, right? Okay, that makes sense. Blitz of the Thunder Raptor! This is an easy chump block for me, right? Clicks up the Aerialist up to 5. Not having the chump blockers, normally a problematic situation, but we're going to put life gain on our Starrix with our Cub. Right, well, he can chump block, which is annoying. So we're going to have to chump block as well as the thing. So let's actually go here. The cool thing about the counters is they transfer over to our Starrix. So he's actually an 8/8. Loving it. And we get a Forerunner. 10/10, baby. Typically, we'd want to strike with this, but he'll get around it. So we could hit for 13 at most. But I'll just save him as a chump blocker, right? There's no need to buy into it. Pay life for the Grazer. I'd rather pay 2 life than take 8 damage. That'll allow us to play our Triome as well. And that'll also let us keep our Forerunner alive, or our Starrix. We'll keep our 2 bigger creatures alive, right? When we block the Kraken, good things happen. Even if he hits us with a Storm's Wrath, we're going to be okay, because he can only deal 16 damage right here. Nice. That Blitz of the Thunder Raptor is coming in his Andy. Oh my gosh, you guys. Is that the clutchest thing you've ever seen in your lives? I said we wouldn't get beat by a single Ominous Seas, but it's happening. It's happening. That's not good. This is very bad. Oh my lord. What do we do about that? That's so bad. A Magic Mirror? That's so jank. That is so jank. Can we get like a double Bone Crusher Giant somehow? And a Boreal Grazer? Oof. So, doesn't look great, doesn't look bad, but there's no ramp. I love ramp. I gotta have my ramp, right? We don't need 2 Grazers, 1 can go. Hopefully we draw a land off the top. Ooh, Stonecoil Serpent in the his house. That's not a land. Yeah, we definitely want to land off the top. 41.5%. put a stop so we make sure we can do our little dance here. That looks like a land, doesn't it? Take the draw. Yeah, it is. And just like that, we can remove our stop. Paying more life is really bad, but Gem Razor is real good. We're going over top, and we're killing this Stone Cold Serpent, you guys. You know it. That gets rid of his All That Glitters by default, and we can smash in. The only bad thing about this equation is he has Allures of the Dream Den, which means All That Glitters can come back in at any time. Right? It's very scary stuff. Another will really help us here. Not that we need it because it will trigger every time. Let's just try to push the envelope. I know he gains 3 of it back, so that's probably a bad play, but he's going to push it up with All That Glitters anyways. So we would have to lose our mutate target. Whereas he can hit us, that's fine, but when we mutate, again, we can destroy his All That Glitters. It sucks, he's going to gain a lot of life. But he chose to play Stone Cold Serpent from his grave instead of his All That Glitters. So that's interesting. Yeah, we should have blocked that for sure. That's a misplay. Hopefully we get a land. I mean, it's not good. Killing 2 enchantments is kind of nice, but again, our back is way against the wall. Oh, nice. Hits it with the blessing. This hand is garbage. We don't want this, right? Let's toss it. Go away. This isn't any better. Wow. We are really relying on those top decks here. I don't mind pushing into a Trostani with our season. It could be worse. Also having Starrix on the field could be worse. We have no 3-drop, so there's no need to pay life for it. Right? It's not like it has a land trigger. Nor does that. Seasons is nice to have. It kind of protects us from his Doom Foretold. If he has it. Because then we can still mutate and keep our mutate creature alive. Probably not against strict removal. Oh, this guy's playing straight up creatures too. We need to take note of that. I'm taking it nice and easy though. Okay. I'm interested.
This will be child's play.
This gentleman is also running Abzan, right?
Funny, that's what I do.
1, 2, 3, 4. Any mutate is a good card. And now we have 3 targets that he needs to deal with, one of which can defend. He can minus his Kaya on a token. Oh, nice. It's a good thing we do this. Able to keep ourselves alive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be 6. And I think we just have to go for it. Even though he probably has single target removal. Let's hope we get a sick permanent drop here. It's something. Land can go. And let's kill his Kaya. Really? We get his dude right away, his companion. Maybe he has things to bring it back from the grave. We can gem raise his oath. Oh, he just brings it back. Oh no, he exiled it. What am I thinking? I would love to gem raise this, but I think we just need to go wide. Right, let's double down. Both great cards. Lands can go, right? That means we're always going to be pulling out good creatures with our plays. Great Horn's not bad, but it's not a gem raiser is the thing. Or, sorry, an end raiser. End raisers and gem raisers. Is that a sign? It could be. Live on the razor's edge. That can go over here. That can go over there. Praying that we don't get hit with a Shatter the Sky. Right? He has it. And it would cripple us. There it is. Yeah. Nailed it. That's okay, though. We have plenty of land. And 2 Club Wardens. Cub Wardens. That triggered so many people yesterday. I loved it. Again, land can go. We don't want to play that with our Starrix. Let's get out there again. Over top, por favor. Another Razor. Oh, even the Grazer. You guys. We got the Razor, the Grazer, and another Razor. What a life. He's double smacking our Starrix. That's incredible. He probably has another Oath, I'm assuming. That's fine. It's a 2-for-1, right? And we've received positive value on that because of our Gem Raiser that came out. That's what makes it okay. Let's get rid of that Oath. If we can get our mouse to work again here. I think I'm going to buy a new mouse today. And I also think I'm done with Razer products. They look fancy, but this is how they work. LOL. And yeah. There we go. So I'm constantly having to reset it, and then it just doesn't work after. That can go to the bottom. This can go to the bottom. Let's destroy that. And I have like an expensive mouse pad as well, so it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. There we go. And then I make so many misplays because of it as well. It's so sad. It can go under. Right, keeping its defense high. Make all those 1/1s that he also now needs to shatter again as well. So we have no trouble recovering from Shatter the Skies. It's a pain, right? It's a setback, but it could be worse. It could be a lot worse. Let's gain some of that life back. The thing about the 2-for-1 removals is he spent 2 spells to remove it last turn. So he basically needs to continue that, and I don't know if that's something that is possible. Especially when we double down on the cub production like this. There it is. I guess we need a Starrix to get it in play, though. We don't have a Starrix. So let's toss it. We need to find a Starrix. Just a little change of heart here. That's okay, because we can fly right through our whole deck pretty efficiently. Make some more cubs. Try to find our Starrix. Goes underneath. And then we just fly through our whole deck again, looking for the card that we want. Does it even exist? Ooh. I like that too. That's why we don't need 4 copies of them, because we're able to just flip through our deck basically and pull out whatever we want. Which is fun. Oh, we already played a land. Let's just hit it again. Shouldn't we have drawn our Trostani there? You tell me. I thought it was on top. Going crazy, you guys. So I guess we need to scry something cool to the top again. There we go. It's too much. Right, at a certain point, it's like... Alright. We made a whopping 12 1/1s last turn. That's not bad token production, right? Should we put a Divine Visitation in this deck? Aww. That'd be so jank. You know what I mean? That would be so jank. But having 12 4/4 angels with vigilance and lifelink and flying, whew, gives me the shivers just thinking about it. He's gonna take this away from us. I mean, good play. Give him that. I think it's... Ooh. Clean it up. So many scries. If I can't pull something cool out, I'm gonna be so sad. I feel like we've put things on the top multiple times and then have just been unable to pull it. Someone's shuffling my library for me. I don't know if I have enough mana for that. It's got haste though. We can get the win. All we need to do is mutate another creature and then we'll draw it. And then shuffle your library. Oh no, it's the land that's screwing us up at the end of that. This is disgusting. So we made 12 last time. Let's see how many we get this time. And the scries don't matter because we have to shuffle our library at the end. So just don't even worry about it. Shout out to our opponent for letting us do all this. Right? Unlimited cub production. I'm going to hit him with King Caesar next turn. It's going to be glorious. It's just too much scrying. Entering the battlefield effect would be really cool, right? It's so much. I'm really happy that he's letting us do this, in all honesty. That's awesome. It's something I can't really normally showcase, right? People just run away. Hopefully not another Storm's Wrath. We made 22 tokens, and we can make a few more. No, we can't. We can just flash in. Whatever. Nice. He's wrecking us. We can scry here again, finally. Alright, we're not shuffling our library here with anything. We're out of mana, but it's in our hand, you guys. We've got him. We've not even seen a Starrix, I feel like, or he killed them right off the start. Alright, let's see what he can do here. He's had an answer every step of the way. Alright, we don't have our typical wrap, but it's not a bad hand. We have our Season. We have our Cubwarden. I was seeing an L in there yesterday somehow. I thought he was like, you know, the club manager. Look how big he is. That guy's definitely the boss. And the Cubs belong to a club. Let's keep ramping. You never know what we pull. We can sneak Seasons in later with excess mana. Like right now. So, we have our friend Shattered the Sky here. Narset. What a bully. Into a Thought Erasure. Let's get going. No draw. Sucks! But these 1/1s are going to help us clean up Narset. And then we can start scrying these lands away. Perfect. I think we have to take it now because he can draw Shatter the Sky with Narset. So we get hit with single target removal. I doubt it. With just white and blue. And here's the Shatter that would have got us anyways. So it's a good thing we killed Narset. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could drop to 5, but I guess let's just play this as a creature. That should stay. He's going to go into our hand with a Thought Erasure if he can pull a Swamp. Hopefully not. Just a Teferi bounce. That's kind of annoying.
I'll show you straight. Let's try this.
Let's go wide, right? Take all those Scries. Get the land out of here. Oh, we don't have the land for that. What am I thinking? Ooh! Greedy Guts. Okay, so we still get the kill into Teferi.
Oh, I've done the hero thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I really should have seen that coming.
I guess we should just do this now. We could have got the extra life. My bad. Probably should get rid of ECD. I don't think that's something we can just let sit there. He gets his Thought Erasure active. Hopefully we top deck a land. Ooh, that sucks. 2 ECDs. Very good. Just for the Scries. We need land. Land can stay. He takes one of our Starrix, which is fine. And then we mutate our 1/1 token. If he doesn't shatter us here. Narset with a discard on my Batra. Yeah, he's got to kill Batra. Good man. We still get the removal on our Narset. Let's take the life gain. The Razor's pretty awesome. So he's gonna get us to Teferi back here, and then he can bounce us, which is a bummer, right? Oh, he takes his Nicol Bolas out. That's a turn of events that I do not appreciate. Let's get rid of a season. Oh, dirty dog. We should have got rid of a creature.
Get out of my way!
And then he takes our Batra. Ouch, we just got dominated. Woo! No! Scry. I don't like the hand, in all honesty. The Great Horn and Razor's cool, but we were really relying on drawing a land next turn, which probably wouldn't happen. This, on the other hand, this is absolutely just a wonderful time for us. Tossing our season, just so I can wrap into the Starrix really quick, right? Depending on our opponent's first card played, or we go first, actually. So, yeah, I'll probably just go right after it. And then if we top deck something we can play, that's fine. Mono red, loving it. Loving it. We play our Triome here. That puts us to 3, 4, 5 next turn. It's Is It. Into an Electromancer. Spells cost less. Let's throw down on our Druid. Over top. And 1 forest, please. Then this can come in tapped. No attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great Horn 6. Oh my gosh, we'd be so brave to tap it for our Starrix, but is it worth it? I don't know. Does he have bounce spells? Is it the Phoenix deck, right? Is he just milling for Phoenixes? I'm interested, that's for sure. Surveil 2, then draw a card. I think he's just milling. I don't know if there's any bounce or unsummons. Maybe. Unsummon's a really cheap card to cast. I'm scared. Let's just top deck a land and then we don't have to worry about it. Well, this is just as good. Not tapping ourselves this way, right? 1 extra strength. And we get the Cubs, and here's our land for next turn for our Starrix. That works perfectly. We also have a little life gain to offset any Phoenix damage that he may do to us. We've not seen any in the graveyard yet. I do love the Is It Phoenix deck. It's so great. I really want to incorporate the new Phoenix into some decks. Maybe like a Phoenix Tribal. That could be cool. In Historic, maybe. Castle Vantress is great. Hopefully no counterspell. Over top. 6/6 with life gain. Hexproof. Draws land. Creates 2 1/1s. Oh my god, we got Trostani. Woof. 2 more 2/2s, please. We're coming home. Gonna gain some life here. Fire Prophecy, that's fine, right? Those tokens are a renewable resource. We're running Trostani recently just to counteract any agent play. He hardcasts his first Phoenix. Oof. The hand could be better, but it could be far worse. We have all of our appropriate lands thanks to our Triome. Ooh, that's nice. I will definitely graciously accept this Migratory Greathorn. It's a really good card. Pulling 2 lands every turn is, well, it's a little bit insane. Let's be honest. We're gonna have trouble getting this Triome in. We might just cycle it later on. Because we do want to play our Great Horn next turn, right? That could sneak it in for us at some point. But I'm willing to just pay life and get after it. Over top, saves us from his Deafening Clarion if he has it. We'll need 2 swamps at some point, which we have. No attacks. Keeping our hexproof. I don't want to be bounced. Nice. So let's sneak this in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be our 5th. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We should be able to cub down, right? That's going to give us a land. 2 1/1s. Let's push our strength up to 5. And let's start digging for forests. No combat, sadly. If he's going to kill us, it has to be with a Shatter the Sky. Makes me not really want to play too deep, other than with our Starrix to go wide and kind of save our Batra and our Discordant in hand until it leads to lethal, maybe. Because it's very frightening. Okay, okay, that's a dead play. He doesn't even have anything in the graveyard. Oops. All right, we're going to toss this. Grazer, Druid's cool. If we Grazer... Oh. I'm so greedy right now. Mulligan. Okay, this is better. Believe it or not, we have a Starrix. We still get our Grazer Druid. Let's get rid of our Batra for now. Just because we don't have the second swamp for it, right? Play our Forest into our Grazer, which lays down our Temple Garden. Perfect. That's good, right? Just a nice simple Scry to the top. We pull a Batra anyways. Sure wish it was a land. We'll pull one next turn though, don't worry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully it's a swamp. Negative, but that's not bad. Pushing up our Paradise Druid over top, forcing him into using a Shatter the Sky to deal with us. And let's grab our first swamp. No attacks. That will allow us to flash in our Batra if we feel the need. I think we should save it for planeswalker removal though. Pays life to go to 4. Here's Shatter. Oh, Wilderness Wreck. Ouchie. Gem Razor. Oh! This will pull our land for the Starrix. And if he doesn't counter this... No. It can go over top. Let's take that secondary swamp. No attacks. We're keeping our hexproof. That has gotta hurt. Even if he shatters us, that does not feel good. He might be gone. He might have quit the game. Ouch. So Gem Razor is really good. It deals with Wilderness Reclamation, which is a nuke. It deals with Elspeth Conquers Death, which still gets the original trigger, but a nuke. Yeah, funny guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enters tapped. Pass our turn. We flash Batra in, and then we mutate our Starrix onto it. If he didn't play Teferi, I don't want to see Teferi because we'd have to play and then he'd bounce it. He played like a Narset or something. I would like that. This is interesting. He must have counter spells. Yeah, and absorb. Okay, let's get it out of the way, right? 1, 2, well. Get that draw engine in. Does he have a quench too? There was a hang up there. He had the ability to do something there. This isn't good. Interesting. Just as good as a Gem Razor, I guess. Veto? Okay. Man, this sucks. I don't want to lose either of those. One more land for our Forerunner, and he can just smack down, right? He has haste, so it's not negative value to play him, because I bet our bottom dollar that he's got ECDs, right? Which gives me the heebie-jeebies. So I definitely don't want to play our Starrix without value, because we'll just be playing it into death. Just throwing it into the fire. He's a full mate, which is not good for us. I was hoping to use Seasons of Growth as a draw engine to get back to a level playing field against him, but oh, into an Earl. I say draw, you say engine. Does he bring it right to the field? He's got 7, yeah, plenty cards in his graveyard. He's playing so conservatively. What a guy. Just eating our patience alive. See, I know how to win games using the patience metagame, right? The patience metagame doesn't work so well during COVID, though. Everybody's got spare time. Nobody's really on crazy schedules. We're gonna try the same thing, where we flash our Batra, and then we mutate our Starrix onto it. That lets us deal with his Uro. As long as there's no counter spell. Coming at you, boy. Don't you dare. Got a double block this time. Take your Brazen Borrower and shove it. Cry. Oh, just a good old-fashioned dispute. Why I oughta. We just need one more land, boys. And then he'll still not... Okay, what did you guys all think of Abzan Mutate? Good deck? Viable? Not viable? Did you build it and you went 0-4? Did you build it and go 4-0? Let me know down below in the comments. I really appreciate all of the engagement, and I make sure to reply to every single comment. So if you want to talk, that's a great way to do it. If you'd like to engage in a friendlier manner that doesn't drive me crazy, join our Discord. It pops up right on my phone. The notifications are nice. There's a nice history. We can all partake together. It doesn't necessarily increase my engagement, but it does help build the community, and that's my preferred way of communication. However, you can still comment if you want. Don't feel bad about it. I will reply to every single message that I ever get sent. With that being said, thanks for watching, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST. You've heard it once. You've heard it a million times. And you're going to hear it a million more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do take care. We'll see you all tomorrow.